Okay, so I just quickly set up the first down of the second half. I'm going to try something a little bit weird with the Ankhs. So I set them up first in what's a fairly standard formation. They've got a running back as an option. They've got this guy who's got a sideliner. But then I set up the Chargers in what I think looks like a reasonable blitz. They've got a nice matchup here. They've got this guy who's got a bit of room to maneuver. But they've left a bit of a hole in the middle here. So as a first motion for the Ankhs, I'm going to throw away a card and move this guy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it looks fairly innocuous because, 7 on a 3, it's not exactly an even fight. I'm not going to read and react to it. So let's then see the first cards. We've got 7 and we've got, not read and react, I'm not going to motion in response to it. So we've got 46 and 7. So let's roll off. And we've got 8 and 9. So I'm going to go first with the Ankhs, and 7 on 38 is going to be a shake, and that's a +3. Oops. And that's a full success. Now, when 7 then moves, this guy would move to there, but he can't move through 2 players, so he stays where he is. So that is 2, 4, 6, 7 to there. And then I'm going to go for the really quick throw. 1, 2, and then that is short range, and there are 2 cards to make it a +3 throw. Yeah, partial success, but unfortunately that's as far as he gets. Had that been a full success, I think it may well have been in for a touchdown, given that I've got the 7 card next. Okay, so the 46, I'm just going to do an adjustment. Move him 2 to there, use my adjustment marker, and this guy can go 1, 2, 3 to there, and that's pressure, so there's just 1 card gone. And then 6 and 7, so I'm going to read and react with the Chargers, and then that is a roll-off. 2 and 1. Now, for those of you who haven't played the original game by Spivey, the roll-off idea is in that, except that you only use it when you're on a tie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you're only rolling off when there's a tie, and that's pressure, so just grab that card. So you're only rolling off when there is a tie between the two. So if we both had 7 played, for instance, like we were just then, or now with 4. My idea of making it actually initiative and using the skill value as initiative is something that was new to the game. So the Chargers won that. I'm going to just move 46 into there, and I'm going to go for this block that I declined a minute ago. And that's a full success, which means I can follow up with 51 going in for a tackle. And that tackle will be at +3 already. I keep forgetting as well that this guy's got initiative, which means he's at +2 on all his initiative. So he's effectively got an initiative of 9. So that was a full success on that tackle, which means second down is there. After a rather spectacularly bad first quarter and spectacularly bad most of the second quarter, the New Orleans Saints seem to be doing pretty well. The final play of the first half, they made a score and then started off with a rather healthy gain of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, gain of 35 yards on the first down of the second half. So let's just take back all the pieces and set up a new play. Okay, that'll do, I think. And then to set up against it, let's put 46. Where are you? There you go. You can go up against 51. And I keep forgetting about that pocket protection. I've got 3 guys who can quite comfortably deal with the 7. And that'll do, I think. Okay, so dialing up a play. Let's go for the Ankhs with number 7. Send in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 so we can get to the end zone. 1 move, which I quite like. And then let's go to .44, 44. Try and get some options around here. And then we'll go to 55 and 65. Okay, and then for the charges, let's go with 46, 51, 51, 6, and 7. Cool. And then no motion from, or no shifts from the Ankhs, and none from the charges either. So snap Revolt, and we have 7, or I should say Ankhs and Revolt, or I should say Saints and charges, but mixing up seems weird. 7 and 46. So remember to add 2 on this time, so that is then 10 and 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then the 46, probably a little bit thrown by what's just happened. It's going 1, 2, and you can be a +2, and we will boost it to make it a +3. So this is going to be a +3 on 55. So partial success, which means I can push him back. Let's push him inwards, and then the Ankhs get a free half move, which I think is going to be with this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get him a bit more central, make the throw a bit easier. 44 and 51. So roll off, and the Chargers win it. That is then going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then this 44 can go 1, 2, 3, 4. So 44 again, and 51. 51's clearly lining up to get a bit of pressure on. And that is a win for the Chargers. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. And that is pressure. which means I can just grab 2 cards out of this lot. And then 44 is going to go to there, and I'm going to put a +3 hit on number 64. Yep. So this guy can then step up 3 and throw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. With an extra 2 cards and with 2 burns. That's then at +3, and I'll throw it as a bullet pass. Yep, and that is a catch and a touchdown. Oh, I didn't put the time on for the last play. It was 2 cubes for being a pass, 1 for ending via a tackle, and it didn't go over the first 5 cards. This one was 2 cards for it being a pass, it didn't end via a tackle, it didn't row over the first 5 cards, so it's only the 2 cubes. And then I will go for a 1-point conversion to level it up. Yep. Oops. That should be a 4, that should be a 1. There we go. Okay, so things starting to look a bit better for the Ankhs. I have to say I wasn't used to being behind with them when I was playing with them in the league. Though of course that was a different system. Okay, and so I'm going to then go for a kickoff, and I'm just going to use the deep kickoff, and they're going to expect the deep kickoff. So it's going to be Ankhs, kick the ball, 6, that's not good, and they can return the ball 3, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that's where the ball landed, and then 1, 2, 3. We can have a first down there, so I'm going to put the ball just ahead of it so that it's easier to set up. So Drew Brees and Michael Thomas, as in real life, are a very, very good combo. Okay, and let's get these guys into some sort of a formation. Let's go with 49 and 59 on the line. Then we're going to pop 51 in his running back slot. Okay, I'm happy with that. So let's then set up these guys. Let's pop him there. Those 2 guys can go there, and then let's go with a bit more of a defensive formation. So just a bit more standoffish than I have been. Okay. Let's then dial up a play first of all for the Chargers. They are going to go with 7, shake this guy up probably, then run outside. We'll go with 7 again, try and run him deep. And let's go with 64 and 64, and then let's go to 51. But let's do it via 46. Okay, so the Ankhs are going to go with 38. They've got a bit of a good matchup there. In fact, let's go with 51 first. and then 38. No, let's do it the way I was. 38 and then 51. Go for this guy. And then let's go to 43 and 44 and 55. I'm kind of going to those guys because if need be I can read and react and go to other people. So I'm going to do no motion from the charges and none from the Ankhs either, and none from the Saints either. So that's 7 and 38. So roll off on that one. So that's 8 and 9. So with the 7, I'm going to go to there and do a shake. There's a +3. Yep, so that's 1, 3, 5, 6, 7, because that was his second diagonal. So that's 7 to there, which means free bonus activation. I'm going to go over to this guy and just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now that's kind of taken this option away from him. But let's then for 38's turn go for a block on 59 at +3. Ooh, doubles. Knocks him over. And I will follow up, I think. And then this guy can go 1, 2, 3 and make a block there. In fact, no, we'll go to there and make the block. It's a +2 at the minute, so if I draw that card, that makes it +3. Ooh, and that's a third reroll of the game. So New Orleans are all out of challenge flags. However, that's a partial success, which means that the Chargers can make a free half movement, which I think I'll do here with 1, 2. I think opens up a lot of options for one of my most dangerous players. So we've got 7 and we have 51. So roll off again. So that's 12 and 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to there. And then 51's turn. So 51 I'm not particularly liking, but I should have done a read and react. I should have read and react to 38. Actually, I don't have 38's card anymore. Or 44 would have been interesting. But no. Let's do an adjustment and adjust with 55. 1, 2, 3. So then we've got 43 and 64. 64 is this guy. So let's roll off. And the 5 and 6 makes 11, and this is 5. So he's going to stand up for 3, and then he can't move. And then 43 is just going to step to there. 44 and 64. Okay. So roll off. And then that is 4, 6. and then 44, just going to step to there for 2, and then make a block there. He's at +1 because of that, +2 because I haven't drawn a card, and then I think I'm going to throw away 2 cards. I know this is a risky play because I've now got 2 potential receivers, but if I can get pressure on him and maybe even get the sack there, it's huge. And that is a really nice knockdown, which means this guy can then move 2, 4 to there, and that is then pressure. So just grab 2 cards out of this deck and flip these 2 cards. So we've got 46 and 55. By the way, we do have this little console down here, and when you're obviously playing against each other, you don't then have 2 decks in one hand, which means we can use this pressure button when you're pressured for 2 cards, and of course you can just grab 1 card out of their hand when it's 1 card pressure. So 55 and 46. 55 being this guy, and 46 being this one. So roll off, and that is 10 and 10. So the offense breaks the tie, and I'm just going to go 1, 2, and put a block on this guy at +2, make it +3. Yep. And then 51 is going to take the hand off. So because it's under pressure, I need to roll a sport check, which I pass. And I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then playing cards out of hand. This guy's going to go with 51, and I'm going to try and get some pressure on him before he can do that, so I'm going to go with 7. So flip them both over and a roll off. And that is going to be 11, bearing in mind he's got the initiative. And for this guy is 9, so he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Could then make a tackle, but it's going to be at a really bad disadvantage. It would be at -3. It's one of those desperation move type things. So throw that card away, and then the 51's card. He's now got the +3 block there, which I'm going to go for. Ooh, knocked him over. Follow up, and then. But no, I'm not going to follow up. And then with the free activation, this guy's going to go for a block here at +3 because he's got block party. And this guy's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So. Then I think I've got lots of players still available, but they're all in useless positions. So I'm going to go with 38, and I'm going to go with the 7. Roll off, and then that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and that's pressure again. So 38. I'm just going to move over to here and go for a block on 43. So +2. If I throw away 2 cards, I can get it to +3. And then maybe I can trigger something. Nope, not like that. So free activation, free half move is not actually going to be able to get any pressure on. I can go 1, 2, 3. And then I'm kind of on desperation for the charges, and these guys are just going to be playing that. 6 and 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that causes pressure. And then 6 is going to go for a block on 43 at -2. No, well, it's a success, but it's going to end the play. So that was a running play. So 3 cubes. It went over the first 5 cards. It ended via a tackle. And it ended by the offense running out of cards. So that's quite quickly used up 6 cubes and means we're pretty much speeding through this third quarter. So that is going to be a second down just there. Start with the ball just here. Now it's at the point almost where if you were the Chargers player, you might want to just play 2 really slow plays, kill the clock, and see if you can score on 4th down. But even doing that, you're still going to potentially be, well, I mean, this play is guaranteed to use up that last cube. So your 4th down would have to be a very slow play and score, and that's maybe a bit ambitious. So I think the Chargers probably are just better off going for it. You're going for it now, I mean, rather than trying to slow the clock. So let's go with 49 again, and 59. Okay, I'm happy with that. So let's put him there, him there, him there, and then let's go 51. And we'll put 55 on him. And then I've kind of got a cover 2 formation going on. So it's remarkable within TECHNO how many different sort of formations you can have and how closely analogous they are to formations in the NFL, especially given that you're only using 8 players, and especially seeing as you've got this weird grid formation that you wouldn't be existing. So yeah, it's one of those weird things where there's quite an abstract game going on, but actually it does really mirror real life quite neatly. So for charges, I'm going to go with 7, and then maybe 7 again, try and see if I can get through early. And then we'll try the same with 64 on the other side. And then failing all else, let's go with 46. Who's hopefully at that point still got this block here. And then we can go to $51. And so that's over there. And then these guys, I'm going to go with 38. I'm going to have $55 and 6. Try and get this guy pinned down. And then let's go with 43 and 44. that's my 5 cards. Okay, I'm not going to do any first motions. It's kind of tempting. I'd be tempted to move this guy around to here and swing him down here instead. But I think he's got a nice, neat way through here, potentially. And if I can get them, this guy running in this channel and this guy running in this channel, then this 7 kind of becomes a bit swamped and doesn't know which way to go. So, I'm not going to do any first motions, and I'm not going to do any motions. I'm not going to do any from the Ankhs either. So let's flip these cards and roll off. Okay, so that's 12 and 6. So well and truly, these guys. 1, 2, and then shake at +3. Only just. And that was 2 used, and then that would be 7 because it's my second diagonal. So that's done. Which means I get a free half move for the Ankhs, which may as well be 1, 2, 3. And then with 38, I'm going to come back here and I'm going to go for that +3 on this guy. Full success, which means this guy can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I do like a good outside blitz. $7 and 55. Okay, so roll off. Yep. So that's going to be 4, 5, 6, 7. Not going to go for the shake this time. Just going to go to there. And 55 can then go 1, 2, 3, 4. Gets me to there. 6 and 64. So roll off. And the offense breaks the ties, of course. So that's 2, 4, 6. And then 6 can go 2, 4, 5. But that's pressure. So I need to grab, oops, let's grab that one and that one. Okay. We then got 46 and 43. And let's roll. 6 and 2. So 1, 2, and go for a block on this guy, +3. Yeah, that's a 4. Now, if I push him away and follow up, then he's just going to move back into contact in the pressure. Sorry, with the free half move and cause pressure. So I'm actually going to do something really weird and push him to there. So free half move then is going to be with this guy. Is it? Yeah. 2 to there. And then 43 is just going to step off as well. So we've got 51 and 44. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to read and react with that to 7. And flip them. Now 7 probably looks like a weird one to read and react to, but what I'm looking at is if this guy comes in and hits him, then potentially this guy's got an easy throw to either of these guys. So I'm going to read and react to 7. Roll off first. Okay, win the roll off. And then 7 can go 1, 2, 3. Use my adjustment marker. Have I used it this turn already? I don't think so. I think it must just be over here from last time. So 43 is going 1, 2 to there and marking him. Okay, and then 51 is just going to step up and do a +3 hit on 6 for a partial success, and as I predicted, 6 is going to step up and cause pressure. So just grab 2 cards, and then we're drawing cards from hand. So I'm going to go with 46 over here, and I'm going to go with 6 on this side. So roll off, and that's going to be 10 and 9. So this guy can go first. He can step to there and go for a +3 hit on 6. And that's a fail. Reroll. And that's a success. So a free half move for 6 would be 2, and I'm not going to move any further because I can't. So then move to there, and that's pressure again. So 2 more cards out of this hand. So now I think all they're going to be able to do is just get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. There is a gap here for them to run through, but it's not going to get them very far. So let's go to 51. Six and 6. So 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 51 can come in there, and that is going to be enough to cause pressure, and I can go for a tackle at +2, +3. Ooh, so it's only a partial success, but it was a fumble, which means the ball moves 1 space away and I choose where it goes. So I'm going to have the ball land here, which means this guy needs to do a sport check to see if he catches it. Oh, he fails. So the ball fumbles again. Just I'm 3 spaces away. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. Does he catch it? Yes. Okay, however, now because it was only a partial success on the tackle, these guys get a half move. So it'll be 2, 3, he can't get in contact. In fact, I don't think anybody new can get in contact. So it's just going to have to be this guy going 1, 2. Now 44 having the ball is interesting. But I don't think he's really strong enough or fast enough to do anything. So I need to be looking at a player to create something, and I think that's probably going to have to be 55. And on this side, I'm probably going to have to go to 59 and hope I can get the tackle. Okay, that's a big win on that roll-off. So 59 on 44 is a -1 because of the difference, but +1 because of that. So evens, needing 7. Yeah, that's a tackle. So that's a first down here, and that brings the close to the 3rd quarter. So first down of the 4th quarter of the game, and Ankhs have gone from being 14-0 down to being 14-0 up and on possession. Okay, let's set up with 38 in the middle, 44, 43, 51, 55. Let's go with 65 down here, and then I'll tell you what, let's put 55 on the line again. Okay, I'm set. So these guys. Okay, and for the Ankhs, let's go with 7, running down this sideline, and then let's do something surprising. Let's just fling the ball early. So we're going to go with 6, and if I don't have that pass available, he can use his play action ability instead, which means I can have the option to pass it off to him and maybe generate some free activations. If this guy isn't open, then it's probably because one of these guys has turned back and ran back, so I might have a bit more space over here for him to leap round underneath. So let's go with 7 and 6, and then 7 again, and then we will go with 38. I just realised that's 64, I thought he was a 40. Looking at things upside down, we'll set up like that instead, which means I won't go to 38. I'll go to 44 instead. And I tell you what, assuming I've gone to the 65, I'll go with 65 twice. Okay, and then on this team, let's go with 51. Looking at that matchup, and then 46. Oops, just realised I put these upside down. Let's go with same combo again, 51 and 46. And then let's try and get this match back in play by doing that. You know, I've got to get a 6 in there somewhere. Let's put a 6 in the middle. What was that on? 51, 46, 6, 7. That was weird. Okay, so first down of the second half. First down of the last quarter. Let's go with 7 and I'm not going to do any motion. 7 and 51. So a roll off. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 51 is this guy. I was going to go for that, but now let's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't now block though, because although he's got blitz, I've changed blitz so that it only works when you're blocking players who are behind the line of scrimmage. So now I've got 46 and 6. So yeah, I'm going to keep what I've got. Okay, so I'm going to make the handoff and I'm going to declare play action. So because he's got the play action ability, he gets a +2 to this die roll. And I'm going to throw away 2 cards. I'm going to throw away, no, I'm not going to throw away 38 because I've got him on the play call. I'm going to throw away 43 twice. No, 48, no, 44 twice. Okay, so this is +3. Partial success. So that does mean that at the end of, oh, sorry, I meant to say this is a fake. So at the end of this round of playing cards, the fake will be revealed immediately. So this guy gets a free half activation, which is just going to be to there, and then for his activation he's going to move to there and go for a block on this guy, which is already at +1, so I don't have the card available to make it +2. He's outside the pocket protection range, at least. So 38, 38. So this is +2. Partial success, which does mean I get a free half move, which is going to be with this guy, I think. 1, 2. Okay. So at the end of that round of playing cards, I'm going to reveal it was a fake. So the ball is still with the QB. And we have 7 and 6. So no read and react. Yep. So I'm going to start with a shake. I'm at +2. I'm going to throw away 2 cards, but let's throw away these 2. So that makes it +3. Moves to there, and he follows up. So that's 2, 5, 6, 7. And then this guy can go 1, 2, 3 and throw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then there is an extra 1. And let's throw away these 2 cards to make it a +2 throw. And I'm going to make it a bullet pass. Oh, that's bad. And I'm out of rerolls, which means it scatters. Oh, it doesn't scatter. He makes a spectacular recovery and catches the ball. However, that is a free full activation for these guys, and they've got 6 up next. So what I think I'm going to do is use their adjustment marker, which I haven't yet used this play. This guy's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. This guy's going to go 1, 2, and that's pressure twice. So there's 2 cards that have been hit, and then 6 is going to go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that's pressure again. So 65 and 46. as the charges, I'm going to read and react. I'm going to go to 51 and roll off. Yep, so 65. There's not a lot he can do really. I think he just needs to go for a block somewhere. But 1, 2, let's go for it on 46. Minus 2, really I need a 12. Nope. So, failed. And then this guy is going to go for a tackle at +3. This is the free activation. And that's also a fumble. So the ball's going to fumble 1, 2, 3. Don't get a free activation on it. These guys get a free activation and can just stand him up, which hits him for pressure. Okay, this is now bad news for the Ankhs. So, very bad news. So we've got 7 and 65. So I don't really have the cards to read and react. Roll off. 4 and 2. So that is actually Ankhs that win that one, but there's not a lot I can do with it. And I'm not going to. I'm going to make the charges go first, and that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Because then 65 can step to there, 2, 3, and use 51 with the adjustment marker to go to there. And that is then pressure. So hits them for 1 card. Don't quite know what's going on there. There we go. Okay, so they're obviously going to 7. Who's the guy with shake? And this is obviously going to 55. Last card. This guy's on his ass. Okay. So roll off. So 11 and 10. They do win it. But that's then 3, 5. Okay, so the charges are going to go for a can't do shake when you've got the ball, so just going to go 3, 7 to there. And then they're going to play out the rest of their cards. Now if the offense runs out first, that causes an end to the play. But if the defense runs out first, you can play out your cards. So 49 on 43, or do I want to take the hand off? I don't really have the cards to do that. Tell you what I'll do, I'll go with 6 instead. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and take the hand off. And then I will play, oh I don't have the other 6, whoops. That was a bit dim. I'll tell you what, I've done it now. Let's go to 49 and don't tell you what, let's leave that where that was. Move 6 to there, and then 49 can go to there. And do a +2. Let's make it +3 block. Yeah, let's reroll. Yeah, that's a success, but of course I'm limited to partial, so it's a free half move for the Ankhs, and that causes an end to the play. So actually it was a bit of a waste of the reroll token there. Had I thought about that, I wouldn't have done it. So that was a kind of crazy passing play. It ended via a tackle. The tackle was caused by the offense running out of cards, and it went over the first 5 cards. So that's going to be a first down now to the Chargers, just there, which I think probably means it's going to be a Chargers game. I think all they need to do is kill the clock a bit, and then, I mean, you can reliably burn 3 cubes per play. So if they burn 3 cubes twice and then kick the field goal, that's going to be game over, I think. Let's see how it plays out. So I'm going to put my 38 at the quarterback position. Let's go with 59 on the line. Let's put 46 and 51. Let's go with those 2 guys. And then let's put him there. That'll do. Okay, so these guys are going to start with going 38 and then to 51, 51. And see what, let's try running 7 deep first. Okay, that's that play. These guys, I've got to try something, so I'm going to try a crazy inside blitz from number 7 through this gap. Then let's go to 55 on 64. Let's go to 46. Oh, sorry, 44 and 46. 51's obviously an easy target. Let's do him first. Oh no, the first card was 7, wasn't it? Let's do it in that order. Okay. So, first motion from these guys is going to be this guy, 1, 2, and that's, I'm going to throw away 2 cards. It's 59 and 59. Now, one of the advantages to burning cards faster at this stage is that when you burn cards, you force the end of the play and you use up more time cubes if you run out of cards. So burning 2 cards means I can move 2 players that half move. So that is perfectly fine. These guys are going to burn 1 card to move this guy 1, 2, 3 to there. And then that's going to be first cards up. So snap the ball, this time to Ingram, and we'll roll off. So these guys actually win that because they've got the +2 on the initiative. So that's going to be 4, and then unfortunately I can't move anymore, which is a bit annoying. Yeah. So this guy is going to start by doing a duke. Just throw away 2 cards. It's going to be both of the 6s. So that's now +3. Ooh, not good. So return that. And then this guy can come through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 51 and 7. And I'm going to, now if I read and react, they get 2. So I'm not going to read and react. So roll off. So this time they win it with 8, and I also got 8, but the offense breaks ties. So I'm going to go for the same shake there again. So I need to throw away 2 cards. So that's 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then with the free activation, I'm going to try throwing away both of them. 1, no. I'm just going to try 1 and then make the throw at a +1 and a bullet pass. No, that was possibly a bit silly, but he catches it anyway. He's a lucky man. So then got 51 up. Oh, I've got a free activation first. So with the free activation, I can go 2, 4, and that's then pressure. Then 51 can come 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's then pressure. So that's 7 and 38. I'm going to read and react and go to 43. No read and react from these guys. So roll off. 43 wins it. Really, I need a doubles here, or I think it's game over. +3. Nope, that's just a tackle. So that was a passing play. 2 cubes. It ended via a tackle for an extra 1 cube. And that's that. Okay. So this is second down here. The Ankhs could put a timeout cube in for having ended the last play via a tackle. Putting a timeout cube in ignores the time that was just used for the tackle, and it also ignores the time that was used for running out of cards. But you know, I don't think it's worth it because I just don't think it's going to make a difference. I think they're better off holding it back and trying to ice the kicker. So on this play, Ankhs are going to set up first, obviously. Okay, and then these guys. Okay, so I'm going to run 64. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Try and get him into the end zone. In those two cards. Try and do the same on the other side with 7. And then with 51, just going to try and smash. 46 can be his lead man. Ooh, that's now 6 cards. So I'll tell you what, we'll take that back. Okay, so this team are going to try and go with 38 here. Go with 6 first to try and get the extra bonus, because then I can double stack with 38s. And 44. And then maybe sweep with 7. Okay. So the charges are going to. How am I going to burn cards this time? Let's give a new player a skill. Let's give this guy stiff arm. So I need to throw away 3 cards, which is going to be 59, 59, and 38. So let's then draw first cards, 64 and 6. Let's roll off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And for 6, I'm just going to go 1, 2, 3. That then sets up a really nice block there at +3 when I throw in a couple of cards. Yeah, only a partial though, which means free half activation for these guys. So I'm just going to take the ball 1, 2, 3. And then we've got 64 and 38. So 64 is winning it. 2, 4, 5, 6. And then 38 can't move. He's a little bit stuck. I shouldn't really have pushed him up on the last activation. I'm just going to use my adjustment marker. I haven't used theirs yet. And adjust this guy 1, 2, back to there. 44 and 7. So yeah, well and truly won that. That's 4. And then I'm not going to shake, I don't think. 6 to there. And then 44 can block this guy at +2. Let's boost it. he's probably not going to be moving again because he's right next to him, and they won't know which cards I've burned, so they won't throw to him. So now it's a full success, which means I can follow up with 7 going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to there. And that's pressure. And that's 2 cards at random. So it's that one and that one. 7 and 7. Okay. Right, so this guy is, let's roll off. So I win. I'm going to step to there for 4. I'm going to make the tackle. There's an extra 1 to make it -1, and an extra 2 cards to make it evens. 58% chance. I thought that was the best hope I had. So that does mean they get a free activation, which I will use using 46. Step to there and block at +3. Ooh, and they're out of rerolls. So push him back, and then let's use this guy. 1, 2, 3, and tackle there at +2. Oh, so that's also a fail. And it was double, so he's flipped, which means this guy can step in and try what he just tried again. This time a bit more successfully, which means this guy can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which I think pretty much means it's going to be the game. And 7 can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this guy's now got to go to that card. Don't know why I've got 1 left over there. Okay, that's a bit weird. So we'll go 65 and 46. 9 and 5. So move him in. That is pressure. And then I'll go for the tackle at -1. No, but that's the game. Because then these guys can just go 3. No, it's not the game. 3, 4, and then I can't get in, but I could go to there for 5 instead by going round. So I'll go to there, and then 46. Hasn't really got a block target anymore. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now 51 for the touchdown. And that was a running play. And it didn't actually end the game. So 1 point conversion fails. So that's 20-14. And Ankhs have got to pull off something remarkable to score in one play. So they're going to go for a deep kickoff. These guys are going to expect the deep kickoff. It's going to finish in the end zone, and they are going to take it down in the end zone. So we're starting from the 25. being a Green Bay Packers fan, I feel obliged to say that I think the best chance that New Orleans Saints would have in this situation is if they had Rodgers. I mean, Drew Brees is great, don't get me wrong, but Rodgers is the deep ball bomb specialist, really, isn't he? His infamous Hail Mary against Detroit Lions. Okay, so I'm set up and I've got to put in a play for what I expect will be the last play of the game. Let's just try that same sort of idea I had before. Hopefully it works this time. Okay, and then for these guys, let's start off with 51 and then 46. That's why. 51, 46, then let's go 6. Let's go 51, 46. Okay, and I'm going to make a motion. Let's throw away 2 cards to move this guy and this guy. And then nothing from the Chargers. I think actually the Chargers will just throw in 1, 2, 3 cards to give this guy Zone Defender. So 7 and 51. Snap the ball. Let's roll off. And go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then 51 is just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. .46 and 6. So roll off. That's 10 and 9. So 10 wins it. Step to there, and I'll make a blitz there. Throw in 2 cards to make it a plus 2. Yep, just partial. No follow-up. So free half move is 1, 2, let's see, what's the range? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I think I could reach. So if I was to go 1, 2, 3 before throwing, and it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Get to there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So the free half move, we go 1, 2, 3, 4 to there. Then this guy's going 1, 2, 3. I'm going to throw in 6's card and then any 2 cards, because this is really my last throw of the dice. I need an 8. Oh, agony. So that's a free half move. Then to the Chargers. Oh, this guy, I gave him zone defender, so he would have been able to move first, which means I would have thrown his cards in. Sorry, I didn't do that. Which does still mean it was a success, but only just. No, hang on. That means it was a fail, because No, I was a success. I needed 8 for the touchdown. But yeah, it was just a partial. So this guy's going to make a free half move. 1, 2, 3, and that's going to be pressure. So I'll just ditch a card. I've then got 7 and 6. Okay, so because of Sideliner, he can go 4, only counting each of these twice. 5, 6, 7. Oh, it should roll for it first. Yep. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 51 and 44. I don't think there's any point in them reading and reacting. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's pressure. So 44 and 59. Throw in 2 cards. I still think if this is a full success, it may well be a touchdown. Yeah, so 2, 3, touchdown. Which means that's then 20. And on 3d6, that is just a win for the Ankhs. So, total game time there was 2 hours and 23 minutes, and that included a long explanation at the start about how to play the game, etc, etc, etc. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hey all, welcome back. I just wanted to do a follow-up video just to do the second, third and fourth quarters and try and prove that the game can run a bit faster when I'm not having to explain everything. So, just to recap, the Minnesota Vikings are 7-0 up against the New Orleans Saints. Saints have the ball, it's 3rd down and it's extremely long. So, I've set up formations and I'm just going to pick some cards. Now, because I'm playing both teams, I'm going to have all 32 cards in my hand, which is going to make some things a little bit slower, a little bit more awkward, but I seem to cope all right last time, so let's see how it goes. So I'm going to start by playing number 7, then I think I'm going to go to 65 just as an option. And in fact, let's go to 44 first. So let's go 7, 44, 65, 65 again. And then let's round it off by going with 55 because I'm a little bit worried about that side. In fact, let's do it like so. So, now we're going to look at the Minnesota Vikings. They're going to try blitzing down this side. So they're going to start with 46, which is Joey Bosa. And then we're going to play 51. Then we're going to go back to Joey Bosa, 46. But no, we're not, because he's going to need his card to boost that. We'll play 51 again. And then I'm going to play 6 to even that up. And we'll go with 64. And that is 5 cards. So, I'm not going to do a first motion with the New Orleans Saints, and I'm not going to do a motion with the Minnesota Vikings either. I think both coaches ought to be pretty happy with that formation. And we've got 7 and 46, so roll off. 2 and 2 means New Orleans Saints win it, and I think I'll go first. So I was originally thinking of running him up this side, given that he's got a sideliner, but given that there's a squishy target here, I might well actually go for that instead. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and then shake here, and we're going to do that shake at a +3 by drawing 2 cards. So +3 shake, and that's not great. So that's 3 U's, so that's 6, and then he can't move again. But he gives away a free half move, and the free half move for the Minnesota Vikings is going to be actually to move this guy up. So with Joey Bosa, he's going to move up, and he's going to go for a blitz there. And it's already at +2, so I'm going to draw his card and make it +3. Yep, and that's a full success. I'm not going to follow up because then I get stuck down. So with a free activation, I'm going to actually move this guy over. 1, 2, 3, 4, and he's got man defender. So anytime this guy moves now, if he does a full move activation, this guy can make a half move activation immediately after. So next cards, 44 and 51. Okay, that's 8 and 6. So 44 gets to go first if he wants to. And I will go 1, 2, and I'll make a block there at +3. Yep. It's quite nice to be able to shut him down a little bit. So with the free activation, I've got to try and remember what's coming up. 55, 65, 65. Okay, if it was 65 twice next, I might be tempted to take the hand off and run with it. But let's have a quick think. Do you know what? I'm going to do that anyway. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to there. Okay, so 51 is just going to come 4, 5 to there. Next cards. We have 51 and 55. So let's roll off. And this is really bad news because 51 can now go 1, 2, 3. That's pressure, so we'll just grab 2 cards at random. And with that being pressure, let's put 2 cards in to boost it to being a +2 tackle attempt. Yep, that's a success, which means it's a 4th down here. That is really, really bad, and that's going to be a 4th and out. So from here technically, but the ball always will be returned to the middle. The New Orleans Saints are going to be kicking it. Now, I changed the rules on kicking a little bit, so let me just read them out to you. So, for the punting team, a team would punt the ball, and if you don't have a specialist kicker, which the New Orleans don't, then you are rolling 2d6. So, I roll 2d6, and that's 10. So the ball is going from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's going to be a Minnesota Vikings. It's not Minnesota Vikings. I'm sorry. It is LA Chargers. First down there. I think I had Minnesota Vikings in my head because of the fact that I'm looking at possibly doing a play of the Green Bay Packers, who are my favourite team, and I'm going to be doing them versus the Minnesota Vikings, which is going to be the first game of the season. And I'm thinking of playing that one in real life, still against myself, but just playing it out with the playmat. So that was a running play that didn't go past the line of scrimmage. It ended via a tackle. It didn't go over the first 5 cards. I didn't run out of cards. So that is just 3 cubes. And first down there for the LA Chargers. I do really love this combo of having blitz twice and block party twice. And they're slightly different in that this guy's got diving tackle and this guy's got lockdown, but yeah, they're a deadly combo. So they probably lack a little bit of the manoeuvrability that I'm maybe used to with other teams, but they're definitely a good team. Let's move him back there. Okay, so to set up against this, let's put 38 and 43 and 51. Let's go with 44. Oh, I've got to have someone on the line. And then let's go with oftentimes I'll have 2 cornerbacks like that and a safety in the middle. So I'm quite happy with that setup. Okay. Oh, it was 1 time for the punt. Okay, so with that having set up, let's then call a play. So the LA Chargers are going to start by running their 7 down the field, probably get a decent shake on there, and then try and make some progress down this gap. Then we're going to go to actually do that again. If I do get him open, I can go for an early pass, and then with 51 as a backup plan, let's go. Let's go with 46 and then 51. Okay, and that'll do. Okay, and then with the New Orleans Saints, I'm going to start with 44, and then I'm going to go to 44 again. I'm going to go with 38. In fact, let's go with 38 twice. No, let's just go the once. And then let's go to 43 and 55. Okay, and then for motions, I'm not going to do any motions with the LA charges. I will just do that with the Ankhs. So that's one card needed to throw away, and I'll throw away that one. Okay, so first cards, and roll off. Ooh. So with the LA charges then, I'm going to go for the +3 shake there, and that's a partial success. So move him, that's 3, 6, 7. So I get 3 half move, which I'm just going to go 1, 2, snowball as well. Okay, so with the Ankhs then, I'm going to go with New Orleans Saints. I'm going to go 1, 2, and go for a block on this guy. Now this guy's got team player, so it's already at +2. But if I then just throw away 2 cards, let's throw away that guy, I think. So this is now at +3 here. Ooh. So that's definitely a reroll. I didn't get the reroll tokens out, but each team does have 3 what we call challenge flags. So just like you would do in the NFL, you can challenge a ruling on the pitch, and it goes to review, and you can re-roll it. However, you are then limited to it being a partial success, which, as it turned out, this one was anyway. So this guy is going to push there, and they then get a free half move, which I think what I'm going to do is use it with this guy just to move up a little bit. Okay, and that's those cards done. So 44 and 7. Okay. Probably shouldn't have stepped 44 up if I'd remembered that was next. So, do I want to read and react? Yeah. No change from the LA charges. So then we roll off. And I'm going to make the LA charges go first. So the LA charges are going to step 2. Is it worth it? 2, 4, 6, 7. And then this guy can come 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So got him marked. Okay, so 46 is here and 38 is here. So I'm not going to read and react on that. Stick with what I've got, and that is 6 and 6. So the offense breaks ties, and I will go first. I'm going to step with this guy to here, and go for a block there at +2 at the minute, and I think I will make it +3. Oops, just realised I'm rolling the Playmaker dice. But that is a 9 +3 makes 12, so that's a full success, which means I can push him back to there. And if I then use the result as another block, and then another +2. So I'm going to move him up and block this same guy again at +3. And that's a partial, which does mean I give away a free half move. So this guy's going to come 1, 2 to there. And then 38's turn, and he's going to go for the block on 51. Now if I throw in 2 cards, I'm pretty much guaranteeing myself pressure here, which is a good thing. So, yep, lucky I did throw in the 2 cards, because that makes it 7. and push this guy to there, step up, and then force this guy to lose 2 cards. Oops. Okay, so next cards, 43 and 51. Now I don't like with how fast this defense is burning through their cards, so I'm not going to read and react, even though 43 is kind of useless. So 51 is here, and 43, like I said, was there. So let's stick with what we've got, and that's 6 and 6, so 51 goes first. 51 is going to... Now, I could try and get down the pitch and get open. I think that's what I'm going to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 43 is just going to step to there for 4. So 51 and 55. Yeah, 55 is quite useful. Yep, and it's a draw again, so the offence is going to go first again, so that's 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that's just still within range. And then 55, that was 51, let's just move the charges. So 55 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so now I'm choosing cards from hand, and I'm going to have to go to number 6 here. We're looking to cover this guy, and the LA Chargers are going to... Actually, I think given that they've got a card advantage, I think it's worth just trying to get this guy open. So flip over those 2 cards and roll off. So it's 7 and 7, so the 59 gets to go first for 1. I'm going to just move him, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the number 6, now that he's seen what the threat is, he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is looking at a very spread open field now. And we are going to go with 65 on the Saints, and we're going to go with number 6 on the Chargers. 6 is the QB, so let's roll off on that one. And that's 4 and 3, so the Chargers are going to go first. I'm just going to step 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'm going to hand the ball off. And then with 65, I'm going to just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Things are starting to get a bit hair-raisy now. And 64. Roll off again. And Chargers can take it again with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then with 6 going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that's pressure. This time only for 1 card. That was unfortunate that was the card I grabbed, but and then who have we got left? We've got 38 twice, and we've got 49. So 38 is looking pretty useful. I'm going to have to go to 65 for the Saints. And we're going to roll off 6 and 3, so that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that's that card gone. So 38 on 51 is a plus 3. Yep. And I can't quite get there with 46. Could I get there with... No, the other guy's 51, he's the other big beat 'em up type guy. you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go with 46 on 51. So that's at +1, there's +2 at the minute. So I'm going to throw in both of my last 2 cards, make it +3. Yep. And then I can use the free activation to move this guy in and do a +3 on 65. Yep. That knocks him over because he can't move through this gap. So now with the free activation I can go 3, 6. And then on the next round of playing cards we are out of cards with the charges, so that counts as a tackle there. And I don't quite know, there they are. So a little bit more happened this play. It was a passing play, so that's a base of 2. It then went over the first 5 cards. It ended via a tackle, and it ended by the offense running out of cards. So although it was a passing play, it still ended up being 5 cubes. Okay, rather a longer play that time. And we kick off, we snap the ball from here on the next play. And there is a good chance that at the end of this play we will be at half time. So I'm going to choose setup. Oh, he's the guy I want. Six at quarterback. Let's put 7 on the line again. In fact, no, let's put 7 off the line. Let's put 64 on the line. I'm quite happy with that. Got a nice couple of gaps to aim for as a runner. I've got this guy who's got a shake. He is, yeah. Okay, so again, I'm going to look for the mismatches. I don't want 3 up against a 3. I'll put 3 over there. Put the 4 opposite the 3. 4 opposite the 5. That's, don't want you getting an easy shake. So let's put them 2 guys there, and then my usual back 3 guys. Okay, maybe a little bit vulnerable here. I'm just going to step them over. Okay. So let's start with LA Chargers then. We're going to go with number 7, try and get a bit of running room down there, and then I'm going to go to 46. I'm going to go to 51, and then I'm going to go to 51 again, I think, and then let's go to 49. I don't know what's going to be going on by that point. There we go. And then for the New Orleans Saints, let's start with 38. Got a nice mismatch. Let's go to 6. Try and get this guy covered off early. Then let's go to 44. We'll go back to 38. And then we'll wrap stuff up with 55. Okay. So, for my motion with the Chargers, I'm actually going to discard 2 cards to move 2 players with a half move. I'm just going to move this guy to that side. I'm going to move this guy to there. And then for the New in Saints, I'm not going to make any changes. So 38 and 7. So roll off. And we've got 8 and we've got 8. So the offense breaks the tie. And I'm going to go first with that. So this guy's just going to shake him. He's at +3. And that's a full success. So I'm going to move to there. That's 3. He steps up. So that's then 6 to there. And with a free activation, I'm going to go with 51, I think. No, that's silly because that leaves him open. I'm going to step to there. And make a block on this guy. So 49. Do I need to make a block on that guy? No, I'm just going to step to there and do nothing. So we've got 46 and 6. Okay, roll off again. Okay, so we've got 9 and 6. So the 6 is going to make the 46 go first. So this guy's just going to step up to there. He's at +1 because of this guy. I'm going to add in, that makes it +2, and then 2 cards makes it +3. So a +3 block. Partial success. Okay, so free activation, free half move for the New Orleans Saints. That'd be 1, 2, 3, and then I've got him up next. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't quite get pressure, so I don't want to try moving him any closer. Let's move this guy instead with just all 1, 2 to there. Oh, no, let's move this guy back to there. And then I can move with 6. I've got a +2 block there at the minute. If I draw 6's card, I can have one of their most dangerous players on the floor, unable to do anything. So let's grab them. And that's another fantastic roll. Oh, so it is still a fail. He returns the block. I will follow up. I then get a free activation with any player of my choice. Now, in this instance, I'm going to go with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we've got 44 and 51. Okay, yeah, I'm going to read and react on that. I'm going to have to. So I'm going to go to 65. And these guys, I think, are probably also going to read and react. Change to 6. So now it just comes down to a die roll. 3 and 3, and the offense breaks the tie. So I've done a read and react, so I can't do a half move in action, but I can throw the ball to 64, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's not short range. I'm going to draw an extra card for him, draw an extra card for the receiver, and then draw 2 other cards to get an extra +1. So that is a +3 throw. And that's a catch, which makes that a touchdown. Okay, so go for another 1 point conversion. And I need 3d6. Needing 7. Only just. But that does make it 14-0. Okay, now that was a passing play. So it was 2 cubes. It didn't go over the first 5 cards. There were still 2 cards left in that draw pile. And it didn't end via a tackle. So that is it. It's just 2 cubes. Which does mean that following this kickoff, we will still have another play. Which gives us an interesting decision point. I think the New Orleans Saints are still going to expect the regular kickoff. But I'm going to make it so that the LA Chargers try and go for a fake. And let's then roll to see whether or not they get it. In order for it to go the correct distance, they have to roll a 5 or a 6. And then in order for them to win the ball back, they need to win this die roll. Now, if the defense guesses correctly, then the offense get an extra +1. If the defense guess or the receiving team guess correctly, then the receiving team get an extra +1. So the receiving team did win the ball back, and it went 3 spaces from here, from 35. So 1, 2, 3. So it'll be a first down there, and this is pretty much the last play of this half. So let's see what the New Orleans Saints can make of it. Basically a first and very, very long. First and goal, but well, no, it's not even a first and goal, because that would imply, you know, they've got 2 more attempts after this, which they don't. Let's okay, and these guys. Okay. Yeah, I thought I was missing a player. That'll do. And then let's start by going to 7. And then I've just realised he's the guy with pocket protection. Kind of want him a bit more central. Let's assume I'd set up like that in the first place. Okay, so let's go with 7 first of all. No, let's go with 44 first of all. Try and hit this guy. And then let's do 65 wants to go deep, I think. Let's make him the first 2 cards played. and then we'll go with 44, and then we'll go with 7 twice, and we'll see what's going on. It's kind of an all or nothing play. And then for the Ankhs, let's go with 38, and let's go with the 2 wrecking balls. Let's go with 46, 51, and then 46 and 51. Okay, and I'm not going to do a first motion. I'm wondering whether or not to give one of these guys an extra skill, just to sort of make the whole play a little bit easier. This guy's already got sideliner, which is useful down here. Yeah, do you know what? I'm going to give this guy sideliner. So then I need to throw away 3 cards. So I'm going to throw away 38. I'm going to throw away 43 and 43. And then no read and reaction. No motion from these guys. And let's flip the first cards. So 65 and 65. 65 and 38. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Gets me to just there. And then 38 is going to go for a block on 44, which is already at +1. I'm going to draw a card to make it +2, and then I'm going to throw away 2 more cards to make it +3. However, I've just realised something which I hadn't thought about, that this guy is able to give the pocket protection to him, so that's an extra +2, which actually makes it only a +1 overall. And they still get full success. They've been rolling pretty nicely, which means the chargers can then follow that up by moving this guy to here, I think, and generating a block there. Or no, actually I'm not going to. I'm just going to go 2, 4 and just go as far as there. Next cards, 46 and 65. Roll off again and win it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's got as far as the end zone, and then 46 is just going to go 2, 4. So next cards, 51 and 44. Yep, I think I'm going to be keeping that. So roll off, and that's going to be 8 and 6. So the 51 can go first with 1, 2, and that's a +2. I'm going to throw in 2 cards to make it +3. Yep, full success, which means that this guy can come in and go for a tackle. That's pressure already. So 1, 2 cards. Didn't mean to. Let's go with that one instead. Just so I'm not always being down on the Ankhs. And then that is +2, and we're going to boost it by throwing away 6's card. So +3 tackle. Oh, which they fail. Throw away a reroll, which they fail. Okay, so return. Oh no, it's a tackle, not a block. So I get a free activation, which I'm going to step up with Breeze and throw the ball. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, I've mistimed that. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm going to throw a route pass at +2. So if I get an, I can make an extra +1, and it's going to be a bullet pass, which means that it's going to come to a stop at the end of this play. So let's see what happens. Perfect. It's there, and Ankhs take it for the touchdown. And I think just to keep pace with the Chargers, they're going to go for the extra 1 point and get it. Okay, and that brings up half time. So that was the second quarter played. It looked like it was going to be done in about 20 minutes and ended up taking 40. But nonetheless, that's the second quarter done and brought up half time. Okay, so all these cubes come off. The Ankhs kicked off in the first half, so it'll be the Chargers receiving the ball in the second half. The Chargers kicking off in this half with the Ankhs receiving. So let's decide what card I want to go with. I'm just going to go with the deep kickoff, the standard, and these guys are going to expect the deep kickoff. So these guys, first of all, 1, 2, 3, 4. The ball landed there, and I'm going to then return it. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm just going to be starting with the first down there. And I'm going to pause the video at this point because I am going to go get something to drink.